Breaking news this afternoon in the coronavirus pandemic. Thanks for joining us. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
And I'm David Usry. Within the last 15 minutes, Governor Cuomo has announced the first confirmed case of the new UK strain here in New York. The governor says the patient is a man who worked in Saratoga Springs at a jewelry store, and he had not traveled recently. So that means the governor says this was community spread. There are 3 other people who were exposed in the jewelry store, but right now it's not known if they have that new UK COVID strain. Tests are underway right now. There's added concern over that news because of this other breaking news in the UK. Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced just a short time ago there's a national lockdown because of the new strain. Now, that is concerning because Britain has really been stepping up efforts to get vaccinations out there. But the lockdown is going to stay in place at least till mid-February. And under the new rules, schools will be closed for in-person learning, and all non-essential shops and personal care services will also close. Restaurants can only serve takeout. And as of today, there are nearly 27,000 COVID patients in hospitals across the UK, and that's an increase of more than 30% from a week ago.
And Dave, this comes as New York is taking new action to speed up the COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Today, Governor Cuomo had a bold message for hospitals: use it or lose it. Now, so far, New York hospitals have only used about 46% of the state's vaccine supply. The governor said the providers that don't use their inventory quickly enough could face some hefty fines. Now, this comes as there was another shot of hope in the city to tell you about. New York City nurse Sandra Lindsay was the first American you'll remember to get the vaccine. Well, today she got the second and final dose. Now, News 4's Andrew Siff is live for us in Glen Oaks, Queens, with this vaccine crackdown. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Natalie. Yes, there is still that celebratory atmosphere out here at the hospital as Sandra Lindsay got her second shot, but also new questions from the city to the state, back and forth over the need to really speed up the rollout of the vaccine. By now, Sandra Lindsay has become a familiar face. 3 weeks ago, the nurse at Northwell LIJ in Queens became the first American to receive dose 1 of the vaccine. And today, among the first to get shot number 2.
Feels like I've completed the cycle, closed the loop.
But now a new cycle beginning.
We want those vaccines in people's arms.
Governor Cuomo today blaming the slow rollout on hospitals and local officials, including Mayor de Blasio.
I need them to take personal responsibility for their hospitals. This is a management issue of the hospitals.
The governor said while hospitals like New York Presbyterian have dispensed 99% of their vaccine allotment, the city's public hospitals have only used 31% of their vaccine, with 11,000 healthcare workers still waiting for their shots. The mayor, who has promised the city will administer 1 million doses this month, quadruple the current pace, said hospitals needed time to get up to speed.
Getting it right in the first few weeks was the trendsetter, and that's the thing that was going to give confidence. Now it's time to sprint.
And the mayor kicked some blame back to Albany, saying the state has yet to authorize vaccines for police and teachers.
We're not allowed legally to give the vaccine to. I want to give them the vaccine right away, but I have that authorization. We can be doing that on overnight shifts.
But state officials call that a distraction. And the governor said hospitals could face fines if they don't quickly use vaccines in the refrigerator.
If you can't do that within 7 days, then just raise your hand and say, I can't do this.
The City Hall spokeswoman saying threatening to revoke the privilege of vaccination from the city's public hospital system is punitive and unnecessary. So a lot of questions about speeding up the vaccine rollout. The mayor again today saying 1 million doses in the month of January. We're live in Queens. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.